Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to welcome you to this video presentation of our painting company. I'm Jim Watson. I'm the owner of Watson Premier Painting. We're sitting here today as a tropical depression sits out in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm going to be demonstrating a revolutionary new way of painting your home called the Weatherizer protective painting system. A brief history and the story behind this: it really started out here on the Gulf Coast, up and down the beachfront condominiums where I spent about 15 years doing commercial high-rise waterproofing. That was back in the 80s and 90s. And through those years of experience, I began to implement some of the technology used in commercial waterproofing and applied it to residential painting. And once Hurricane Charlie and the other hurricanes rolled through, and we virtually had tens of thousands of homes in Florida that took on water that didn't lose their windows, doors, or roof, this system became more and more of a value added. And so we're just going to demonstrate what we do today. I'm going to take you around the house and show you ways to protect and not just beautify your home, so that if we do have severe weather, and you can have a paint job that not only looks great but literally offers years of protection. All right, step one on any quality paint job is to power wash and clean the exterior of the house. That's already been done in this home, where we clean. We use some chemical where necessary if we need to kill any mold or mildew. But other than that, just basically from top to bottom. We often include the pool cage or any of the surrounding wall areas from the soffit on down. Once that's done, once it's thoroughly dry, preferably the next day, we'll basically come in with step two, and that is basically priming all the exterior walls, vertical walls of the house. We do that with a roller. We roll that material on. We are not an advocate of necessarily one brand. I use the best of many brands, but in this case, this product was Porter's Portalock Primer Sealer, and essentially what that does is really just binds any chalk or residue down. It seals the walls, creates a really solid foundation for all your prep materials and your finish coats to be applied on top of that. And now if you can look and see the white areas here, anywhere you see white, we have two different products we're using. We're using an elastomeric or polyurethane sealant. That is applied starting with the actual J-channel around the house. We'll come in with all of the inside 90s up and down. We actually installed it around all the ceiling to wall junctures, any penetration in the house, any extruded band in the house, all the window, metal, to stucco or wood junctures, all those areas virtually that have a change of direction or a change of material, we're installing sealant. Now, what's the idea behind that? It's a continuous membrane system between the primer and the finished coat. And then we basically go after cracks. Over here on these walls, over here on these walls, any crack on the house that's a normal settling crack, if it's up to 1/16 of an inch, we'll do a 4-inch elastomeric patching material over that. So any of the white areas that you see on the house as we go around the house, that's what that is. If that crack were greater than about a 1/16 of an inch, we'll actually install a polyurethane sealant in there. Then we'll crown the patch back and over that, literally creating a functional expansion joint out of it. As we go around the house, you'll see this material installed from top to bottom, side to side, wherever there's a change of direction. All right, once we've pressure cleaned and power washed the house and chemically treated everything, we prime it, as I described a moment ago. We do that with a material that literally is a sealer. It's a binder type primer. It's only for existing paint jobs where you already have a paint surface, not a raw stucco or raw wood. But this material gives a literal, real good foundation for all our preparatory materials and finished coating. Now, starting with the J-channel, we install an elastomeric material up there. So we start at the very top of the wall, we work down. On the inside 90s, where you're off, and if you'll look, you've got cracks there. Paint job, a normal coat of paint will just crack when it moves, and it moves constantly as heat contracts with the daytime temperature differentials. So by installing the material there and then reinforcing with this elastomeric patching compound, we're basically creating a double layer of protection against any further cracks in the wall. This is a crack in the wall here. We literally do every single one. We search them out and repair every single one on the home. All right, now continuing on, I want to actually give you a practical demonstration of what this looks like. This is an extruded band, and I'm literally going to show you how this material goes on. It's a very thick, heavy material. It goes on probably about 20 mils wet, and the idea is just to flow it into these areas and literally encapsulate the entire juncture here from top to bottom, just to reinforce this area here. And as you can see, it's just a nice white material, but it's a thick material, and it dries. It has just enormous elongation properties and elasticity in order to basically protect. So water coming down again with this sealant already installed here, and then the material's over, just the water basically is going to run over that entire juncture and protect, because this is a major water intrusion entry point on every home. All right, now once that preparation is done, as we've been describing for the last few minutes, we move into finally the painting stage. And that's basically, we kind of believe in doing it the old-fashioned way. We brush and roll most all the surfaces of the home. We start with the top, cutting in and bring it down. We do the ceilings, by the way, in the same premium material that we do the wall, so you don't have to worry about ever not being able to power wash the ceiling areas of your front entryway and rear lanai areas. That material will be like a waterproof surface, just like the vertical wall system will be. Now, when I bid your paint job, I'm going to give you 4 options, not 1. Option 1 is going to be a good paint job. It's kind of indicative of what most people do in this town. It should last a good 5 years. Option 2 will be a professional painting system using the highest quality paint, regardless of whether it's Porter, Sherwin-Williams, Benjamin Moore. They're top of the line material with a 7-year factory warranty. Option 3 is the Weatherizer protective painting system preparation built in to that premium super high-end paint, and that would have the same 7-year material labor warranty. Option 4 now enters a whole new realm, and that is the realm of acrylic coatings. Today, we have the technology to provide you a material that doesn't just last 3 to 5 years or 7 to 10 years, but with these new acrylic coatings, we have the ability to put a material on that has a life expectancy exceeding 20 years. Now, I don't believe in the old idea of never paint again, it'll last forever, because nothing really does, honestly. But in all reality, we can give you a system that can last almost a lifetime as it would be, and I think 20 years would qualify for that. So we would love the opportunity to earn your business, and just welcome you to give us a call or look us up on the website, request a quote on our website. We'd be glad to give you a no obligation free estimate anytime. Thank you very much for your time.